everyone, Intuitive Edge here. So I laid out some cards and I want to talk about an issue that I brought up regarding El Chapo, the infamous cartel leader. This might be a little complicated. I'm going to explain what I did here. There's some interesting stuff and I want to make sure I get everything, so bear with me. I'll try to explain what I've done with this reading. So I basically wanted to take a look at what's going on with him. Now, for those who may not be aware, he's a notorious criminal drug cartel leader who's been prolific with drug and bringing drugs into the United States, money laundering, trafficking, who knows, arms trafficking, and all kinds of bad stuff. He was recently convicted, I think this week, by a jury on all counts, and he was sentenced. Well, he hasn't been sentenced yet, but it looks like he will be going away for life to a maximum security prison. Now, what prompted me to do this reading on him is I saw a video by another YouTuber that basically it's been leaked out or claimed, and again, I don't know this because I wasn't there, but some are saying that El Chapo in court started dropping some high-level names of people that were involved in his illicit drug running and money laundering, and he evidently, according to this claim, that he gave some money in the form of donations, laundered money to some big name U.S. politicians. And if that's true, it could put some high-level people in some hot water. So I wrote out some questions and I pulled some cards, and I had to pull some extras because there's something that it's like there's something I'm not quite getting. Like there's something going on with this whole thing that just doesn't quite add up. And so I think I'm onto it, but I'll tell you what I've got so far. All right. So the question I laid out, the spread I laid out, question is, what's happening? Okay, what's happening now with El Chapo? And I got the King of Pentacles, and the key word on that card is trust. I thought, well, that's interesting. Trust for him. I mean, he's been found guilty. He's heading to prison. But this king and trust. The next card up was behind the scenes, what's going on. And that was the Devil card, indicating something a little shady going on behind the scenes. And that, coupled with the Trust card, made me wonder if he's got some inside help or something going on with him behind the scenes, that maybe he's hopeful for some help. Or so I kept going. The next question was, now the interesting one on this question, I had written out, when I was shuffling up the cards, I had written out this question, number 3, and as I was shuffling, I just felt led, guided, like I needed to reword a question. So the question originally on this one was implication, like was he laundering money to U.S. politicians? Just like, were other people implicated? Is that true? And I felt like I needed to reword that. And the rewording question that came to me was, will anything happen to those that he named in court? So it was like, well, not did it happen, but what's going to happen to those he named was the bigger issue. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go with what I'm feeling led to ask. So I asked that question. And so will anything happen to those that he named? He named some pretty big names, and I got the Tower card, which in tarot is the card of destruction. So evidently, if he's got the goods on people and he's naming names, it could cause some people to have to really run for cover, maybe some backpedaling, maybe some, you know, cover CYA, as they say. So it could cause some real issues for some people. The next question was the obstacles he faces. And I got the resilience card. Now again, this disconnect started to, I'm thinking, okay, first he had the trust, this king figure with the trust, and now he's got resilience with this queen figure. And I'm like, the obstacle he faces is resilience. And then I heard he's not going down without a fight. And I'm thinking, okay, is he naming names? Is that his tactic to try to, you know, if he's going to go down, take people with him? Is that kind of what he's thinking at this point? Kind of looks that way. The next card was the help. What will help in this situation? And we have the High Priest, which is the card of wisdom. It's the card of hierarchy and structure within organized religion, basically. But I thought, well, the High Priest, wisdom, coming on the heels of what will help, I'm wondering if the organizations around him are going to help him. Because it's like the High Priest can mean a lot of different things depending on the reading. It can mean a group coming together. It can mean, like it says, the wisdom. It can mean spirituality. But I'm thinking is his faith going to help him? Or is there like his comrades, his people that have helped him before? Are they going to be helping him now? So still, this is starting to kind of like, I'm getting this, but it's like, there's something I'm missing, okay? So I keep going. Next card was the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next card, 6, is the action. What action needs to be taken? And I had the 4 of Cups, which the keyword for it is boredom, which is kind of funny. But generally, the 4 of Cups is like you're being offered something, given an opportunity, and it's like you don't want it. You want to refuse it. You kind of like, sorry, my video cut out there. Kind of like a depression. So like refusing an offer or not wanting to work with something, or so I thought, okay, I'm seeing a picture here, but I'm trying to like put all the puzzle pieces together. The last card, or the next card I pulled, which was the last of the original spread, was, I thought this card just really blew my mind. The question is, what's the future for El Chapo? Obviously, he's going to be sentenced. At least that's the thought. He's going to be sentenced to life in maximum security prison, probably solitary confinement. And for the future for him, I drew the healing card. Now, I'm thinking, okay, I'm seeing a pattern. I'm seeing where this is making sense, but something is just disconnected for me with this. A healing card? I mean, that's nice for him, but what does that mean? So I started asking, okay, help me understand what I'm missing here. What piece of this am I not getting? And so I drew a couple extra cards, and I drew the 3 of Wands, which is the motivation, and next to it, the 2 of Cups, which is a partnership. Now, that kind of brought me back to the King of Pentacles, that trust, and then the Devil card behind the scenes. Being motivated with a partnership. So there's something going on, I'm just going to say, from what I gather, there's something going on behind the scenes that involves partnering or being motivated to either set up a partnership or somehow bring something together that can help him, because as I heard earlier, he's not going down without a fight. So this is getting complicated, but I think I'm starting to kind of see what I was like, what is going on with this. The next, I had to ask a couple more. It's like the next 3 cards, you know, help me out again. Is there anything else that can help me just really clarify this? And I got the Calm card, the 6 of Swords. This card is like, it's like you come through something really traumatic, and it's like you're moving through it, moving past it, and it's like the calm. And then I got getting the upper hand, endurance. Now, endurance, with this being offered something, having the healing card come in, and I thought, okay, one more card to just clean this up for me, and I got the Crossroads, the 2 of Swords. Not wanting to face probably his time that he's facing, his sentence. It's pretty bleak, it's pretty bad. And there's something being, I think, with the partnership being negotiated behind the scenes for him, possibly in exchange for the other information that he has against some high-level people. I think that's what this is saying, is that he is very motivated because of what he's facing to spill the goods to help either alleviate his sentence, change his sentence. Maybe can work. I don't know if he can still work out a deal with regard to his sentence. But I'm wondering if that's the strategy. But this is more than just him, I feel. There's more people than just him involved. Perhaps his lawyers, but also people on the outside that are... I think there's something being held over some people's heads. And I'm just going to take a wild guess. This may not be right, but I mean, what if some of the cartel members are going, okay, if you're going to put him away, we have this, 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 and this on some of your famous politicians. Do you really want this coming out? I don't know. But there's something with this reading that was like, there's something else going on. This, I mean, I was just doing this reading to see, okay, what's going to happen with him? Kind of where's he at? And, you know, yes, I heard that he was dropping some names, but it's like this whole can of worms opened up, and I'm struggling to try to wrap my mind around it. And I think it might be a little deeper of a rabbit hole than any of us can fathom at this point. I think it's a deep hole. And he may have some leverage, this El Chapo guy. Maybe. Maybe he's trying to pull some strings. Maybe it won't work. I don't know. Maybe he'll go off to jail. But with the healing card on the future for him, healing? That to me is not a bleak future card. Now, I'm certainly not a fan of his. I'm not sticking up for him. I'm trying to just give you what I see here. Obviously he's done some bad stuff. But regardless of what my personal views on him, this is this just indicates to me that there's something else happening. I'd say something's happening. Don't know what it is, really, but I don't even know if we'll find out. Maybe we will, but that's all I got on this, really. The bottom card on this, again, this is the partnership card, strategic partnerships. So I'm still thinking that he's got people working in partnership with him. Maybe he's trying to get some sort of partnership with people that can help him. So we'll see. Okay, that's all I got. Thanks for bearing with me on that. I knew it took a while to kind of explain, but it's kind of a deep one. So, all right, thanks for stopping by my channel. Hope you like it. If you do, leave a like. This is Intuitive Edge. We'll catch you next time. Bye for now.